Welcome back, class. We are now finishing the class for good.
Oh, finally, we'll be free!
It's like the Tandy Computer Whiz Kids always trapped.
Okay, so
the difference is that the Tandy Computer Whiz Kids apparently love school more than anything else.
Cool Trainer Connor. I rely solely on Hyper Beam. Only the toughest Pokemon will be able to withstand it. So there you go. His strategy is just spam Hyper Beam and that's it.
Seriously, this school's almost as bad as the one in Tank Romper.
But so there you go. Okay, Dwips. Let's see. Since you're a Pokemon fan, okay. So this guy does nothing but spam Hyper Beam. What do you do?
Reduce. Well, constantly reduce his attack so Hyper Beam becomes less effective.
I guess it's one way you could go about it, but that would probably take a long time.
It's a strategy possible, but I don't think it's very viable.
It's a very elaborate one. I
would use a rock type or.
Hyper Beam can KO most Pokemon with one shot. Have you ever heard of rock? Have you ever heard of rock Pokemon?
Unfortunately, we don't have any, so I'm guessing the next strategy will have used.
Actually, we have Shuckle.
Isn't it Shuckle Earth?
He's Bug and Rock.
Oh, I thought he was Bug and Earth. Okay.
Maybe he changed types at some point.
Probably.
No,
well,
probably not. As you can imagine, audience, I know that he's a Pokemon that has been memed to death, and under right circumstances he become a beast. But I don't particularly care about Shuckle.
Had a bad experience with Shuckle in your life?
It's one of the most
there you go, Bug and Rock.
There you go. It's one of the most bland, not bland, but unimaginative looking Pokemon to me. It doesn't have that much, appeal in terms of those, because it's also a single Pokemon, doesn't have any pre or post form it can evolve into, and again, Gen 2 has such better options anyway.
Honestly, I wonder if Shuckle was shortchanged for getting an evolution or something. Like, Shuckle definitely feels like a first form type of mon here, but no evolution as far as I know.
Yeah. Okay.
We didn't ever had even a regional variant.
One thing that he did definitely forget is that notify defeat you first. This Pikachu that I'm using right now has a light ball equipped in him. You know what that means, right?
Now that's a lot of damage.
Wow, that Hyper Beam strategy was totally
again. I would, hey, Game Freak. You know what's the best way of selling me on Gen 9? Get Ted Lewis back as an announcer. Now that would be cool.
Ted Lewis back as a potentially Spanish announcer. That could be interesting.
I mean, I would love to hear Ted Lewis in the new 3D games doing his usual. Wow, major damage.
Speaking of which do you guys prefer, past or present in regards to Gen 9?
Past, because the professor is hot.
Yes, she is.
I'm not even, making an excuse or anything. I'm just simping.
There you go.
Well, I have to give Game Freak credit. Cave Woman Scientist was not something I was expecting.
Mind you, that's nothing to say about Future Professor, which has, the Giga Chat does bundle material and everything. So, to each their own. I just prefer Past Professors.
The basic strategy is, when you need to change Pokemon, use Shuckle. So, because since Shuckle is Rock type, he can safely survive the upper beam.
His defense stats are genuinely high by default, even before.
And there you go, Cubone. This is a Cubone with Thick Club, and since Macario is both Fire and Rock, yeah.
Earth deals major damage.
Exactly. So basically, this guy didn't realize, actually, dude, relying on one move is in no way a good strategy under any situation. Sorry.
Hyper Beam is, is powerful and everything, but in order to compensate that, it is relatively slow in terms of execution, and it's still normal type.
Yep.
Which hilariously, that means you cannot use it against ghosts. Ghosts are completely immune to Hyper Beam.
And there we are. Whoa, that was radical.
Totally gnarly, dude.
Indeed. And there you go.
2000.
I guess the translators thought we were still in the 90s, Drips.
So what do you have to say?
I'm
Carl?
going to learn from this and move on. What's that look you're giving me? The look of someone who's shaking his head because
Signature superiority.
a Pikachu holding a light ball and a
Yes,
Cubone holding a
took
Fit
his
Club.
loss relatively well.
Well thought. I lost completely. Who would have thought it was a bad idea to rely on just one move? You earned a magnificent perfect win by using every feather to your advantage. It's too amazing.
You.
Yeah.
Professor, just allowing.
Alright,
students
cool
to
trainer
talk
female.
while
Go ahead,
you
Jova.
cover.
First I raise my attack stat, then I use Hyper Beam. Can your Pokemon safely weather such a blow?
Really?
I'm going
Seriously?
to tell you my
Are you starting to
strategy.
see a pattern?
Seriously? Seriously? You're...
Is this all these people do? Spam the
The Hyper
same.
Beam Squad.
Pedro, don't you know Hyper Beam is the Chad of all moves? Like,
No, I probably can be good under quite a few circumstances, but again, it should be reserved for when you know, like, for a good time to use it. But these two just do nothing but spam Hyper Beam.
What's the next one going to do? Use
No,
the
fortunately-
ability and then shoot Hyper Beam?
Fortunately, the other two opponents do have more elaborate strategies.
Well, okay, I mean, I guess to be fair, this girl's at least going to toggle with her stats first before using Hyper Beam. So maybe
Whoopee!
she'll have a better loadout of Pokemon.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and yeah, basically the hint talks about counter and mirror coat. So yeah.
Allow me to tell you how to absolutely mop the floor with these students.
I think the only trainer stereotype that we're missing is one with a team full of legendaries and nothing else.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh my! Will those Pokemon be able to keep up with our speed?
Dude, I have a cipher. That alone is enough.
Well, that's a thing too. All of our Pokemon are faster than ours. So
Oh snap, she's actually thinking outside the box.
remember, Teo, she has.
Also that each of their Pokemon is 5 levels higher than ours.
Yep.
Oh, how will we ever be able to defeat her, I wonder?
Okay, so what moves could we use to counter her strategy then?
Well, I mean, okay. I want. Has this ever happened in the anime? Where say someone
Actually,
someone hit.
Drips.
I got sorry, has there ever been a scenario in the anime where someone just hypnotized the other person into forfeiting the match?
I don't.
Sabrina tried some shenanigans
ask Deji.
Battle, but,
Ask
but
Deji.
I don't think it was at exactly what you said.
Yeah, Daji will probably have an
yeah.
answer for you. So
I don't think that's ever happened because if that could happen, the bad guys would have used that.
oh well.
The Hex Maniac was problem.
Oh god, Hex Maniac, I just gotta wonder, what was it specifically about her Gen 6 design? And don't get me wrong, I am glad that her Gen 6 design is the one
it's
that's...
the messing off GF vibe. I
Go
personally
Cypher.
don't care, but
All right, Machamp.
And also the fact that she looks like a grown-up version of Tomiko.
Okay, so our Cypher has Endure, Reversal, and Agility. So what are we gonna do? We're going to use Endure. There you go. Yeah, basically this was me making a mistake there.
Oh,
Let's meditate too. I was supposed to use meditate now, but unfortunately I fucked up because I'm dumb. So let's
Sorry,
try that again.
I forfeit.
Let's try.
Ah!
But that's okay.
Will you battle with me again?
Watch out for the
So
instant beam when
slow.
for
The
instant.
Pokemon are way too slow. They make fantastic targets.
Hit us. We forfeited.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I considered editing that bit out, but I think I might as well show what she says if you win. Sorry, if she wins. So.
Oh
Alright.
my god, so the cool trainer beat the new rookie.
The new rookie who's just called student and nothing else.
Wow, so I guess he's not just an invulnerable anime protagonist. He loses occasionally and has to learn from
But
his
you
losses.
say that, but this franchise does not have an invulnerable anime protagonist. So.
No. Well, the thing about the thing with Ash is that I can understand the idea of not wanting to have a trainer who wins every single match, but the problem is that I think they went too far in the other direction. But
They kinda did. Okay, the thing with Ash is he can lose occasionally. Well, okay, you pretty much know the meme at this point. He gets to the final championship or whatnot, and he loses. The problem is that some of his losses are just for incredibly inane reasons. First gen,
oh, never mind.
Charizard did him dirty, essentially.
Yeah.
And, well, everyone and their mother has talked about what the hell was up with X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. Okay, now it's fine. All right. Okay, so who here knows what reversal does?
I believe that
it
one
was
damages based off of how much
It
health
was
you
actually
have.
taught in the what's it called? It was actually taught in one of the early lessons, you know.
And remember,
Proportional to the damage when you sustain.
and remember, as long as I use
said, yeah.
and remember, as long as I use Endure, I will always survive whatever hits me. Didn't think about that, did you, honey? It doesn't matter if it's a critical hit because I used Endure.
Plot twist, you use Endure, but it failed.
Endure will fail if you use it repeatedly. However, if you alternate with another move, like I am, it will reset.
Reset.
Yeah, because the first time you use Endure, it's 100%.
Crash and burn.
The probability of success the first time you use Endure is 100% whips. However, if you use it a second time, it decreases quite a bit. So,
So we'll tend to you.
However, if you use a different move after it, the probability will rise it back to 100%. So the key strategy to whips is to alternate between Endure and other moves, like Agility. Like so.
I know what the pieces was just standing there confused for a second.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that animation we just saw. This is a Nintendo 64 game, so I'm willing to cut the game more slack here because this was a 2000 game on the Nintendo 64. So of course so having one or two animations that look a bit, like that, it's fine. Like it's much less excusable in Sword and Shield.
Pokémon is still capable of going on, but the other one looks tired. How's that?
Duly noted.
Not very
There you go.
effective. It can't move.
Yeah, there's this. Okay, one type matching that I never understood is the fact that Bug. No, actually, no. This guy's Bug flying. Ignore what I was about to say.
Well, I think no. Well, I can go do you one there. Like, why exactly are bugs resistant to fighting moves? What's the connection there?
No, I thought I was about to actually, misremember, but apparently, yeah, that it is. Yeah, that's the type that I was actually thinking about. Yeah, why bug are resistant to fighting? Again, might be a balancing kind of thing, but usually the type matching in Pokemon usually makes a logical sense,
I suppose the idea is like, if you're fighting, a bug is smaller and it
If
can
anything,
avoid
it should
stuff
be actually
easily.
more appropriate because you're squishing the fucking thing.
I suppose the idea is that bugs are very good at dodging death and all that.
That's usually where the flying type comes in, though. It's the same thing also for poison. Poison resists fighting for some reason as well.
You'd be surprised, a lot of bugs, especially flies, are just way too good at sensing when you're about to strike them and dodge at the last second. I wonder if the devs ever gave any reasoning for that.
Because martial artists are afraid of bugs. I don't know. Like it's just.
Okay, let's see.
Could be. The explanation that they gave to why Bug is effectively psychic is because, if I recall correctly, they did mention that, someone who's deeply concentrating is actually startled by, for example, something like a bug. So that was their reasoning. But I don't remember if they actually talked about, the fighting type. Oh shit,
I do.
it's Caesar.
I suppose one idea could be that bugs tend to have exoskeletons. So the idea being that you fight head-on directly with an exoskeleton, that's gonna hurt because an exoskeleton is like outer armor. Obviously, with, a smaller bug, this means jack squat because, we've got the force against them. But, you know, in the Pokemon world, some bug Pokemon can literally be bigger than a car. So in that regard there, I suppose the logic is with their exoskeleton, they're resistant to fighting moves.
I won't believe that, Jova, but by the same token, there are water types which represent similar invertebrates, like Krabby, who do not, well, like in the exoskeleton, do not have the same kind of logic behind them.
It's supposed to be, the idea is that the bug's exoskeleton is tougher in that regard. Like, okay, let me put it like this. The idea, I guess the idea for bug is like, well, imagine how strong a bug's exoskeleton could be if, well, bugs could be as big as us. In which case, then, I suppose the idea is that the durability would scale up with their size.
There you go. Cypher single-handedly withstands a shit ton of hyper beams and doesn't fall.
So Cypher is literally beating out its evolution.
Oh, matches, my favorite.
Well, again, Jova, with a good strategy, anything can happen.
Just like how Pikachu can beat Raichu.
Well, technically, it is possible if depending on the circumstances.
I'm referencing the anime.
Sure. Well, again, same thing. Go.
I'm so angry, I don't think I can eat tonight. I'm gonna starve.
Hey, good to know.
I lost.
Okay.
I'm going to win next time. You should be more careful when choosing your Pokemon.
Yeah, basically, this is the thing about this thing. You have to pick all the free Pokemon that the game asks you to. Even if you win, but if you still had a Pokemon in your party that you didn't even use, but was the wrong Pokemon for the strategy, the game will basically give you and ask you to do it again. But
How very specific.
An Endure and Reversal combo? Could you teach me how to do that?
I just did. You know exactly how moves work. That was a beautiful shutout. Shutout. Whatever.
It only took 3 tries.
Great.
Show me some beautiful combos. Dragonite, Tyranitar, assist us in this demonstration.
Okay then.
He's a juggler.
It's a battle, mate.
Have you heard the term combo? For example, try this combo.
We actually did that, I think, in the previous
Sir, we already did this lesson.
Again, like I said, combo never really caught on as a term in the Pokemon community. At least not in the sense of how he's using it.
I mean, Pokemon's not a fighting game in that way.
Well, by combo
Well, what I
dibs,
mean-
they
no,
mean
no,
a
no, what I mean is
combination
like
of
when-
moves. So.
Yeah. And what I mean to it is like, well, there are plenty other maneuvers that people reference in the Pokemon community, like, you know, the meta, the stats, the hidden stats as well.
When I hear the term combo for the traditional Pokemon, fighting mechanics, I could think instead of a moves that hit repeatedly, like double kick, or something like
too,
that.
yeah.
Also, Greaves, you said that, but Pokken Tournament exists.
That too. Have you played that game?
I played a bit of it.
Who do you main?
Like I said, I only played a bit of it. I didn't really get to main anybody.
Okay then. Alright, Juggler Ferris.
Let me see your combo. What a
So
generic
basically,
statement. It's
show
like
me your
Captain-
moves.
Yeah, it's like Captain Falcon. Show me your moves. Come on.
Is he? Maybe this guy is Captain Falcon when he was a kid.
Hardly doubting it. The haircut really doesn't match.
Maybe he cut it when he grew up into an adult.
Maybe he changed. People can change their hair styles.
So yeah, Ferris has quite the selection of Pokemon. Magmar, Typhlosion, Tyranitar, Flareon, Arcanine, and a Dragonite.
Because if we did directly mention Dragonite and Tyranitar, I'm guessing those are 2 easy picks that he takes.
Hey, just throw a fairy type at him and we'll be good.
That being said, as you can see,
we don't even have any.
that being said, yeah, as you can see, 5 of his 6 Pokemon are weak against rock moves. So yeah, definitely let's bring in a rock Pokemon.
With a rock.
Toxic, Bind, and Rage. I don't know, probably not. Especially considering he has a Typhlosion, a Magmar, and a Flareon, so probably not a good idea to bring Steelix. Yeah, let's go. Poliwrath, Golem. Oh yeah, I actually do bring Steelix. Never mind.
Between the students of Earl's Pokemon Academy. The students
All right, let's go in with Steelix.
respected Pokemon
Let's hope he doesn't bring in one of the fire ones.
Why is there announcing going on in the school building?
I've always theorized that this works like the Pokémon Stadium continuity works just like in the Metabots universe, where Ted Lewis always shows up out of nowhere, maybe outside of a bush or a box, every time a match is going on, just so he can announce it. So.
Of course. Dragon Ice Wing attack.
What's the opening gambit?
It's because of the way the game is programmed. It's always programmed as insert Pokemon here, insert move here, attack, and it just this is the
Dragon Ice attack Rose.
There you go, toxic. Basically, we're going to wear him down. Since his wing attack, as you can see, doesn't exactly do much damage, I can just stick around and just wait it out.
Kind of the strategy that which Pokemon use against the Elite Four.
Alright, okay, let's carry on. I can take this, I can keep this going as long as you can, Ferris.
I can do this all day.
I can do this all day, yeah.
What'll it do? The hit lands right off.
My! What was that?
Oh my.
I don't know.
He's finding him in that way, I guess.
There's the attack. Oh, that was weak.
There you go.
Oh,
What's next? A light hit. This attack is persistent.
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, so is this guy actually George Takei or something?
Maybe.
Sure.
How's that?
Also, is that the only move that he's using? Like, basic
Yeah.
attack?
Most of these Pokemon only have like 1, 2, 3 moves tops.
What's this?
No wonder the students are so reliant on one move. The professor sticks them with Pokemon who don't know much.
Ah, I slipped up.
Pokemon will appear.
Not really, I just, Alright, and now Tyranitar. I guess might as well continue. Oh crap.
Uh-oh, shit.
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Yes, it's going down.
Okay, that's enough, come back.
That
What to use now?
What now?
Hmm.
I guess Poliwrath?
Yeah, we'll use Poliwrath. I mean, he's Dark type, so... I mean, Tyranitar is Dark type, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, Dynamic Punch only hits 50% of the time, however, we have Mind Reader, which is basically the same as Lock-On.
It's tracking the opponent's movement.
Yeah, Rock Slide. Fortunately, I'm Fighting type and I'm resistant against Rock for some reason.
Well, that's because fighters tend to deal with rocks and
breaking
a lot
rocks.
of
That
them
one
moves.
is more, understandable.
Dynamic Punch!
Yeah, that was a Captain Falcon
It's
moment.
not One Punch Man, though, so...
Oh no, it attacked itself.
I don't know what's better, the animation or the stock sound effect.
Stop hitting yourself.
Alright. Rock Slide. Hopefully it wasn't going to do a critical hit this time. Of course it does. Fortunately, I
Oh
survived.
wait, he's still in the game.
Jesus Christ. And get used to this because the CPU has a lot of work with these critical hits compared to me.
I'm not
So would you say
surprised.
would you say there's rubber banding?
Possibly, I don't know.
I'm not too surprised it's with Tyranitar of all Pokemon.
And now Arcanine.
Arcanine should put this to rest.
Pokemon now.
Are you sure about that?
One Pokemon is
Well, depends on who goes first.
but the other one looks tired.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Whoa, extreme speed. That's
And there we go.
oh.
A fire type just took out a water type.
Well,
That's-
to be fair, the water type
Oh,
is an
we only
extremely
have
low
left
health.
Golem.
To be that's okay. I have my trump gun. There you go. A Golem. There you go.
This is the last
That'll be a good trump card because ground is usually resistant to
And
fire.
rock.
Rock, actually. It's rock that's resistant to fire, not ground.
I can burn both, huh?
No, ground receives normal damage from fire.
Oh god.
Ground, I mean.
That was
Also,
weird.
again, why is Golem so tiny?
Well, to be fair, to be fair, the size is about on par with what he looked like in the anime, so I guess it's fair.
Yeah, what the trainer just said, burn to the ground, burn to the ground.
About time I got myself a critical hit.
I flew that.
You just flattened him Looney Tunes style.
Yeah. You can tell the animators at the very least were trying to have fun with these animations, so.
And so Ferris is expelled.
I guess it's about time for me to
Move from here.
Move on from here.
I don't know. I never knew such inspired combo existed. I got to keep polishing my act.
Here's the plot twist: the losers get expelled.
Jesus, this
You made excellent use of
fighting is quite the
combos.
same.
You are quite a beautiful student. Alright, Debs, you can be the swimmer, Julian. Go ahead.
I'm feeling sort of blue. I'll show you my ring dance and thunder combo.
Pay attention, people.
Oops.
Yeah, that's why I did the female voice.
Swimmer female, Julian. Anyway. Situational combos, we already read this. Basically, like I said, if you need a refresher, you can reread the lesson that talks about specifically the strategies, about specific, of course, the weather moves. Morning Sun, Synthesis, and Moonlight will provide double the usual speed restoring power. Solar Beam, which normally takes 2 turns, will be usable every turn. Blah. In contrast, Thunder's accuracy will drop during sunlight. So, when it's pouring after Rain Dance, the power of water type moves is multiplied. Blah. Yeah, basically.
Sir, are we gonna battle yet?
Hold on, I'm reviewing my my notes
Well,
first.
don't children, there will be time for these illegal dog fighting and keeping in the school.
What kind of school is this?
No.
Don't you know me? I asked you a question.
I
Make
might as well ask, what is probably an obvious question, but I'm guessing Ken Sugimori still did the art for
Yes.
for this. That's cool.
Well, I mean, who else would do it? I mean,
Someone who imitates his style.
James Turner, there you go. No, I can go.
Do you like rainy days?
not really, no.
Crawling, give back
Oh,
crawl.
that's foreboding. Also, she looks like an African American version of Misty.
A bit.
Why?
A bit, yeah. I'm guessing.
Already.
Alright, let's go. So basically, she uses Rain Dance and Thunder. Simple combo. That's
Great, it's gonna be raining inside of my office now.
My Pokemon are tough.
Oh my god, she even uses Misty's Pokemon too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Misty's cousin.
Sure you are.
From Alola.
Yeah.
Sure.
And no,
I mean, hey, we met
don't
Professor.
step on it.
I mean, hey, we met Professor Oaks' cousin from Alola.
Oh, look, she used Minimize. You know what move works with that?
The sunlight has turned harsh.
That.
Stomp, Dwibs.
It's a fierce battle.
So let's stomp on her.
Both get ready to go.
Do you like it when it rains?
No.
It started raining heavily. Watch this.
Ow!
That was good.
That wasn't. You didn't even step on me.
The white hot battle
You
continues.
sound disappointed by that.
Drop some thunder.
Fortunately, I am a grass type, so. Let's change the weather. There you go.
Harsh.
Sunlight.
Sunlight, no rain, no sun, no
Why is it?
rain.
Why is it sunny indoors?
The same reason it rains
Oh,
indoors.
yeah, because Pokemon are actually gods and they can alter the weather based on their whims.
What was this?
You know, I'm sure there's absolutely nothing wrong with us letting kids just get these monsters by the age of 10. We all know that they are truly well and responsible with them to not abuse their power.
Well, considering, Jova, you can find these the average, similar beast like that on your backyard just by stepping accidentally into some tall grass, which is, properly on the pathway connecting your cities. You kind of have to adapt or die.
From now on, that's terrible. From
And
now
if you-
on, I will use some sunny day on my enemies. Whenever they bully me, I'll just use it in their homes. They'll never be able to sleep again.
That raises the question, Tio. Like, they say that you only truly become a Pokemon trainer when you become 10, yet I'm pretty sure that a lot of the youngsters that we battle in Pokemon
younger than that, yeah.
younger than 10.
I do wonder, was that a thing that was not really present? Okay, first of all, I do wonder where at first we got to learn that information.
I know that was made
in a manual, in the anime pilot or something.
I think that was definitely a thing in Gen 1 that mentioned the whole
I do remember
aging, and it was
since Gen 1 at least.
And it was definitely a thing in the anime as well, talking about, getting the Pokemon Master license.
In the anime,
and
it
all
seems
that.
to be a bit more consistent, where, small children might have still have a Pokemon, but mostly as a companion, more like as a fighter properly, and it's mostly handled by, or family, with some exceptions, obviously. While instead, the trainer seems to be at the very least onto Ash's age,
I would say this, though. If you wander into the tall grass and you don't have a Pokeball and you're apparently not yet a Pokemon trainer yet, well, sucks to be you if a wild Pokemon comes and attacks you.
Like Professor Birch at the beginning of Gen 3.
I mean, God, imagine you live in one of the later towns, too, and you get attacked by one of the more vicious Pokemon because you didn't have a Pokeball. Again, pretty much sucks.
So, Kingdra, did you run out of twisters? I mean,
I will say this, though. One thing, I think this was the Pokemon Origins anime or whatnot, but I forget which one it was. One little detail I did like is, you wonder, okay, so clearly leaders get tougher with each town you go to, but hey, what if you were born in that town? Apparently, the gym leaders, again, in the Pokemon Origins anime, they wait to see how many badges you have, and based off of that, they'll have a certain team.
Yeah, you remember there's this scene with Brock that, sees how Red is actually performing and chooses only 2 Pokemon as a result out of 6. That's a nice touch, actually.
I think I'll go with Staryu.
Wait. You started with Starmie, but then later go to Staryu.
Staryu is your plan B.
Yeah?
Or
You
C
should
in
have
this
gone
case.
the other way, moron.
minimize.
It's my strategy, and I'm not gonna take your criticism.
And
Yes, it's just,
synthesis.
use minimize again, because it worked so well the last
And
time.
with
with
sunlight,
Starmie.
synthesis actually is more effective.
There you go. Just in time, in fact. Alright, let's stomp on the tiny Staryu.
Conditions appear to be changing.
Drop some thunder!
Oh, that's amazing.
Oops.
Fuck. I said it with such conviction, too.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
Drop some thunder again!
Okay, this might be the most humiliating of the losses so far.
Aha! I've got 7 HP left. I'm sure it'll hit this time.
Alright, let's see.
Drop some thunder!
Let's see if it works.
Maybe if you truly believe.
Yes,
Oh, this-
I got it!
And you're
Yeah,
done.
stomp on her.
Well, at least
Little
I
Pyrrhic
hit,
victory.
at least I hit it.
And there goes the battle.
Alright.
Great.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I also like sunny days. Then I can go swimming.
Good to know.
No, yeah, seriously.
A team that becomes stronger with rain dance is very weak against sunny day. You're so mean.
Of course.
Well,
What is-
Let's clearly understand combos that rely on the weather. A beautifully executed perfect victory.
But don't you see, Tio? She's a swimmer, so she's
Yahoo! You did it! You defeated
contractually
all your
obligated
opponents.
to mention swimming in some shape or form.
Congratulations.
Give up!
Again, I'm totally convinced it's a mistranslation. You did extremely well on your challenges. Wonderful.
No. Don't you see, Pedro? This is to show that they are part of this cursed existence.
And there you go.
You
Right,
either
you're
have
right,
to prevail, or you must give up.
Since you passed all the
and
classes,
sacrifice yourself.
We go home now.
you can now read more question marks at the library. Basically, some knowledge that up until this point has been locked has now been unlocked in the library, so you can check even more stuff that... Basically, the way this Pokémon Stadium 2 works is the more stuff you complete, the more you unlock stuff in the library to check out. Basically, again, like I said, this is literally Bubblepedia in a game. You can check the egg groups, you can check the Pokemon moves that they've learned over level ups, over TMs, and over egg groups. You can check who they can mate with. You can check.
Some Pokemons are missing, though, apparently.
No, that's a little glitch from the emulator, apparently, that I've noticed. But whatever. The point is. You can check all the moves and see. You can even see who can learn each move and everything. Type matchups. It's right there. But yeah, there you go. You can check the moves. You can check the evolution, specifically how the level that it evolves and how. And even if it is, you can also check. You can also check in which versions of Pokemon the Pokemon can be obtained: red, blue, yellow, gold, or silver. Fun fact, Pokémon Stadium 2 is actually compatible with Pokemon Crystal. It's just that for some reason the game never at any point is it stated in the game itself or the box. But it is compatible with Crystal. That's the weird part. I'm guessing compatibility with Crystal was implemented very late in the development cycle, and so much they didn't even have time to properly have a UI for it. I don't know. There you go. Type matchups. There you go. And we also have the controls. You go items. You can also check the items and, of course, what they do and everything. So Gen 1 items and Gen 2 items. So like I said, this is basically Bulbapedia before the internet. Basically.
Except now you also get to kick the crap out of your fellow students.
So as you guys can... So basically what you guys just saw, forgot these 5 parts, was basically how I learned how Pokemon's ins and sides and outs work. Again, before the internet... before Bubblepedia, before Cerebi.net were a thing, this was actually the best way to go about it, because as you just saw, Earl basically teaches you pretty much everything you need to know. Up until this point in Gen 2, obviously. I mean, obviously some of this info needs to be updated because of all the gens that have come after it, but for the time, yeah, this was a very convenient way to learn how to play Pokemon, and I do mean definitely learn all the details, ins and outs of how things work with the multipliers. It's so yeah, really cool. So basically, I hope you enjoyed this tour via the predecessor of Bulbapedia.net. Tune in next time, everybody, where we start Pokemon Stadium 1 proper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Neat.
Yeah.